Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Drew, and I'm here to do my review for One Piece Manga Chapter 1053. And boy, oh boy, is this a very massive chapter to end off the quote-unquote Wano arc, or at least the start of the 4-week break, because there's a lot, and I mean a lot, that can be said about this chapter. So much to go over in this review, and we're gonna see if we can get through all of it in a reasonable amount of time. So let's start off this review with probably the biggest reveal of this chapter: who the new emperors are. Because if you didn't know from the title of this chapter, which is The New Emperors, yes, it is revealed who the new emperors are after both Big Mom and Kaido have fallen from that status. And for one of them, it is not very shocking that they are the emperor, but the other one is actually very surprising. Because it's revealed that the 4 new emperors are Shanks, Red Hair, Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, Monkey D. Luffy, Straw Hats, and Buggy the Clown, the Chester, the genius himself. So, one of these things is not like the other, and it's obviously Luffy because he's the youngest Yonko ever. But no, the fact that Buggy is considered an emperor is both something that a whole bunch of people predicted, and yet fits so well within the story of One Piece that I am not mad about it. Because the fact of the matter is, Buggy has gotten lucky with a whole bunch of stuff. Gotten lucky with Impaled Down, becoming a warlord, and now he's going to be one of the 4 Yonko. And it just fits with what we've seen so much from Buggy as a character, is that he just continues to fail upward. But also with the reveal of who the emperors are, we're getting a better understanding of what's going on outside of Wano. And that is, everything has gone to shiznits. And that is really emphasized by what we're going to get later on, which is the reintroduction, or the proper introduction, of Ryukugu. Because not only do we have who the 4 Yonko are, this is really going to upset the balance of the world. Even to the point where we literally see in this chapter, Kid shows Luffy who the 4 Yonko is, and Kid's response to that is to try and kill Luffy. Which means there are going to be a lot more people around the world gunning for Luffy's spot as a Yonko. So there's a lot that can be said about where this story is going to be going now that we have an entire new set of Yonko that could have very much been foreshadowed from a volume cover, I believe volume 25 of One Piece, where we see all of the 4 new Yonko on one single cover before this chapter even released. So that is a possibility of Oda foreshadowing this from very, very long ago. But going on that tangent, let's also talk a little bit more about Ryukugu, which is revealed in this chapter and is no longer a silhouette. We see that he has a very youngish demeanor and is very much likely influenced by Sakazuki himself, Akainu. Because not only do we get Ryukugu's name, which is Aramaki, but we also get a very much confirmation of what his devil fruit is. We don't get an actual name, but we do get to see that he's able to sprout wooden vines out of his fingers, and wherever he goes, he leaves a trail of plant life behind him. Most likely inferring that he has a plant like devil fruit, or most likely than not, a Logia. It could be a zone, we just aren't sure of any of that at all. All we know is that it's associated with plants, and we see that he's able to suck the nutrients out of individuals. Because we see that he actually arrives at Udon, where apparently that's where all of the beast pirates have been locked up, and that he is sucking the life or the nutrients out of them, even to Queen and King. And when it comes to what his personality is like, it's very similar to that of Sakazuki. Or at the very least, he is a Sakazuki fan. Because he's implying that he cannot be defeated by just mere commanders, and that he's going to get compliments from a certain someone when he captures the head, most likely, of Straw Hat Luffy. And this is pretty much alluding to the idea that he is someone who is seeking the praises of Akainu, because we see on Ryukugu's pants, he has a very similar flower aesthetic to Akainu himself, with the flowers on his chest and shoulders. So most likely than not, this is implying that Ryukugu is not going to be an ally to the Straw Hats, but is going to be the next enemy. And from what we see at the end of this chapter, he is planning on attacking the Flower Capital and potentially trying to have Luffy and the rest of the gang be put under the Marines and eventually arrested. So this is going to be very interesting, seeing where the story is going to go from here, with potentially Luffy as well as the other individuals going up against an admiral. And along with the reveal of Ryukugu's face, we actually get another major reveal in this chapter involving Robin as well as Tengu. Because we cut over to what is going on in the Flower Capital, with everyone celebrating, everyone having fun at the festival, everyone's cheering, the fireworks are going off, Kid is trying to attack Luffy where it's revealed that he is a part of the Yonko, and how we even get a small reference to the fact that Luffy doesn't want to be viewed as a hero, which is why no one knows that he was involved in Kaido's defeat. We actually cut over to the basement under Odin Castle, where it is revealed that Robin is under Kozuki Castle reading one of the poneglyphs, as it is revealed to her that the Tengu that we've known this entire time is actually Kozuki Sukiyaki, and that it is also revealed that Pluton is also in Wano. And this is something that many people sort of kind of predicted was going to happen. Not necessarily that Pluton is in Wano, but that Tengu was the former shogun of Wano, Kozuki Shimosuke. And it's very interesting to get that reveal, because we get a cool conversation between him and Robin about his hobbies, what he likes to do, and once again the reveal that Pluton is definitely here in Wano. Now, where exactly is Pluton? We don't get that in this chapter, but this may tie into an idea of part of the One Piece being here that Big Mom brought up, and that piece of One Piece could be one of the 3 world-destroying weapons, and that one of them is in Wano, which is Pluton. So that is just a wild reveal, and also it confirms where Robin has been in the last few chapters, and this just shows how chaotic this chapter is with all of these major reveals. And I didn't even talk about the fact that we get to see Big News Morgans himself, and how he was the one spreading out the bounties of the 3 pirate captains that defeated the former Yonko, and how both Law, Kid, and Monkey D. Luffy have 3 billion berries each, and that the world government was trying to prevent this from happening, but that Big News Morgans allowed for this information to spread. So there was a lot that went on in this chapter, and so much that the community has to talk about over the next 4 weeks. And what this chapter could pretty much show us is that even if Wano is coming to an end, we're still going to be in Wano for a hot minute. So anything that isn't fully resolved now can be, and most likely will be, resolved within the next few chapters. So at the very least, we're going to be going into a post-Wano arc with a possible major confrontation with an admiral. But yeah, this is pretty much my review for this chapter of One Piece. This was a very exciting chapter, a very informative chapter, and a chapter that we will look back on and see how much this has changed the story that we probably didn't know when it first came out. So hopefully you enjoyed this chapter, hopefully you enjoyed this review, and if you did, leave a like on the video to show that you want to see more content like this. Leave a comment down below on what you thought about this chapter, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more One Piece content. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!